Hey everyone, it's the Ioniq guy here. And today we're going to talk about sales volume for the Ioniq 5 and how that's relating to price. So, I recently did a poll. I polled all my viewers, and you guys have given me data for the last 2 months, the months of October and the months of November. And with that data, we can see if people are paying over MSRP, or below MSRP. And so I want to go over that data with you guys in today's video. So if you're interested, stay tuned. So let's discuss the data that I collected. So at the beginning of November, I took a poll asking people what they had paid for Ioniq 5s in the previous 30 days. So that would be all of October. So for the month of October, 506 people responded to the survey. 75% of the people were just bystanders who wanted to see the data. And then 10% said they paid over MSRP, 12% said MSRP, and only 3% paid under MSRP. And if you do some quick math there, that equates to about 51 people were over, 61 people were at MSRP, and 15 people were under MSRP. So I then posted another poll at the end of November, and so far I've had 488 respondents, 74% are bystanders, and just like the month of October, 10% paid over, 12% paid at MSRP, and 4% paid under MSRP. And that equates to 49 people over, 57 people at MSRP, and 20 people under MSRP. So really, no change between the months of October and November. Ultimately, what this data is showing us is that demand for the Ioniq 5 remains strong despite losing the federal tax credit. So this does make sense, and Hyundai's sales figures for the month of November show us that they delivered the fewest number of Ioniq 5s since January of this year, which is when I bought my car, which was the lowest month other than the launch month of December. So deliveries have been fluctuating significantly over the year, but there is a larger trend that the number is going down. So in November, they delivered only 1,191 units. So that is not a lot of cars for the entire country. And obviously, with that few of cars, yeah, they're going to sell every single one. So it makes sense that dealers are still, for the most part, selling at MSRP or above. So for the entire year of 2022, Hyundai has delivered just around 21,000 vehicles. And at this rate, it doesn't look like they're going to sell more than 23,000 Hyundai Ioniq 5s. And that's quite a small percentage of their overall sales in the United States. Year to date, in the United States, Hyundai has sold 652,207 vehicles, and 21 to 23,000 is a very small percentage of the total sales in the United States. So we've only got a few weeks left in 2022 here, and it'll be interesting to see how many cars actually are sold this year. Something that we don't know is how Hyundai is handling their allocations around the globe. Because of the Inflation Reduction Act and the loss of the $7,500 federal tax credit, it's possible that Hyundai is diverting some of their production capacity to other markets that still have favorable incentives for customers to buy the car. So even though right now they are selling every unit that gets delivered here in the United States, that doesn't mean that's always going to be the case. Come January, when the new rules and regulations come into effect for the federal tax credit, there are going to be other automakers that have cars that qualify for at least part of that $7,500 tax credit. And these cars are going to undercut the Ioniq 5 and the upcoming Ioniq 6. So I think it makes sense here in the US that deliveries are down. That's just my theory, though. I could be completely wrong, but I'm just thinking that they're possibly reallocating their production capacity for other markets where there is strong demand and there are incentives for people to purchase the cars. It is rather unfortunate that the year started out really strong in terms of cars delivered and sales of those cars. But now we're just slowly tapering down, and that's not what we want to see. We want to see more people getting into this awesome car. And I wish you guys all the best of luck. I know that it's still tough right now to get the car if you really want it, but I have seen reports of them just being on dealer lots over the last week or so. So it goes without saying I'm going to continue posting this poll for the foreseeable future just to try and get a grasp of how prices are trending. Overall, with the way inflation is going and fear of a recession, prices do seem to be going down a little bit, or at least plateauing. I know the used car market is definitely starting to drop. Just in terms of what my car alone is fetching on Vroom or Carvana right now, I've noticed a steep decline in value from the very inflated values from several months ago over the summertime. So if you do want to get a used Ioniq 5, Carvana does have quite a few available right now, and most of them are very low mileage. You don't get any tax credit, which is unfortunate, and you do lose out on the 2 years of free Electrify America charging. But with that being said, you do get to have a Ioniq 5 in the near future if you don't feel like waiting on a dealer's waiting list. So that is an option as well. And I'm curious, did any of my viewers sign a purchase agreement before the Inflation Reduction Act took hold? And are you still going to be getting your car before the end of the year? Or are you like biting your nails now, praying to God that it comes in the next 3 weeks before December 31st? Let me know down in the comments section. So just a reminder, folks, if you're looking for a gift for an Ioniq 5 owner this year, check out my magnetic eyewear holder for sunglasses to mount on your dashboard. They are going for $20 a piece, plus shipping. And I've had a lot of people buy them as gifts for friends and family, and it's really cool that people are doing that. So if you're interested in purchasing one, check out the link at the end of the video. And don't tell anybody, but if you want 5% off, use the code IONIQGUY5 at checkout. And that code will be good through December 11th at midnight. So anyway, guys, thanks for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody. So if you're anything like me, you were probably disappointed after you purchased your Hyundai Ioniq 5 and realized that there was no overhead storage for your sunglasses. So I solved that problem with the Hyundai Ioniq 5 magnetic eyewear holder. It simply clips onto the magnetic area next to the driver display, and your sunglasses go right onto it. These are 3D printed in PETG and will not soften in the heat of your car. They utilize a 1 1/4 inch rare earth magnet that keeps them securely on your dashboard, and a strip of Velcro protects the frames of your glasses. These will work well with thick plastic frame glasses, such as Ray-Ban Wayfarers, but not so much with wireframe glasses like aviators. These are available for $20 plus shipping at the link below in white or black. Thanks for checking them out.